Hey YouTube, I'm back once again. Got some more pickups to show you. It's Saturday today. It's the 25th of July. And I just want to show you what I've picked up over the last 7 days. Starting off going back to last Sunday. After going out on Saturday, I still had I can't remember how much I had left in vouchers. I think it was probably about 30 odd quid. But I spent a good chunk of that, but I didn't spend it all. So yeah, this is all bought from CEX with the vouchers. So this first one I've seen a couple of times, whether it be in HMV or in CX, I'm not sure, but every time I see this cover, this is chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Every time I see this cover, I immediately see Tim Roth in that picture. It's clearly not when you look up close, but just at a glance, it definitely looks like, to me at least, it looks like Tim Roth. But you can see there, it's not. But this just intrigues me. I'm fairly sure I've seen a trailer for this at some point. But it looks interesting for a quid. Why not? And we've got W, Josh Brolin, or as it says there, W. Again, that was £1. I watched this, it must be 8-10 years ago, whenever it first came out, and really liked it. So yeah, I'm happy to pick that up once again for a quid. Leave that one to the end, at the end of this part at least. Some more 88 films, one that I didn't have, Meridian with Sherilyn Fenn. This coming out around the time of Twin Peaks being at its height, I guess, in the early 90s. I imagine this is probably around the same time as Two Moon Junction as well. But I've never seen this, so it's one I've been after for quite a while. I'm sure this was 12 quid not so long ago on CX, so it's come down in price. Yep, so I'm just going to grab that one. Dead End Driving, an Arrow release. I think is this Australian or is it from New Zealand? It's one or the other. But this was a tenner. Again, it was vouchers, so not a problem. Comes with the booklet, of course, an art card. If anybody knows what film this is, I'd be interested to know. Obviously, it's either a current or an upcoming Arrow release, but I don't recognise that. And of course, there's no English writing on there other than, I guess, the number 701. So yeah, I'd be curious to know what that's for. It is a one disc of this one. There's no DVD with it, but yeah, I'm intrigued by this film. It sounds interesting. This as far back as I heard this was coming out, and at first I didn't know what it was going to be. This is a Banana Splits movie. This is a weird one. A few reviews I heard about this long before. I mean, I only watched this for the first time this week. But the few reviews, or at least a couple of reviews that I saw about this, people were questioning who this movie was for. Was it for people who were fans of the Banana Splits back in the 70s and possibly even in the 80s, or new audiences, and thought that neither one would fit, would enjoy it? Now, I fit somewhere a little bit in the middle of that. I watched the Banana Splits as a kid, quite young. I have very few memories other than the title music. I couldn't have told you the names of any of the Banana Splits. I couldn't remember that. I remembered that they played instruments, or a band of some kind, and they used to drive these funky little I think there were 6-wheel little amphibious buggies. Up above and beyond that, I didn't really remember anything. But there was still a little bit of nostalgia there for me. I enjoyed this movie. It was cheesy as hell, and I can understand why people would hate it. The kills weren't that great, I suppose. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think it probably could have worked if literally the premise of the movie is the banana splits have been around since the 60s. But it was still an ongoing show, whereas in reality the banana splits show hasn't been around for a very long time. And so there's still fans out there of the banana splits, modern fans of the banana splits. Now, had they done exactly the same premise with a made-up TV show, made-up characters, it probably would have worked, I think. But for me, yeah, it was a lot of fun. One thing that did kind of shock me. See, I viewed this as a horror comedy, most definitely a horror comedy. But when I was watching through the special features, they definitely set out to make a serious horror movie according to the production team. The producer, director, or writer, or whoever it was they were interviewing. But it definitely didn't seem like a serious horror film to me. It was definitely a comedy. But yeah, it was fun. And then finally from that batch, I got another Captain America Civil War. Now there's a few versions of this when it came out. There was 2 versions at least when it came out. And this one I never ever see. Now I have a slipcover. I've had this slipcover for a very long time. I didn't have the movie. I got, funnily enough, last weekend that phase 3. Yeah, it would have been a phase 3 slipcover. But when this came out, there was two editions. So there's Captain America and Iron Man, and I never come across this Iron Man cover. It's £4, the same as the other one. They all have that same Blu-ray inside with the cover. It's only the slip covers that are different, but I just like this, the fact that the 2 covers make up one picture, pretty much what's on the inside. And I have come across this one this week in CEX with this slip cover, but I haven't as yet picked it up. But yeah, I just like that. And like I showed in the previous, if you watch the previous pickups video with the Facebook job lot that I found, I did already show these for reasons of the X-Men First Class that I found, which the cover I'd never seen before, and thought that maybe it was a similar thing to this. But yeah, I like these. I still need to get one more, obviously, to fill out this slip. I mean, I don't need to, I suppose, but I want to. But yeah, I like that. They should do this with more films. I think, actually, now I think about it, The Rise of Skywalker did it. And I'm wondering whether the Last Jedi, those 2 slips do the same as well. I haven't actually tried that. So The Last Jedi, they kind of go together. It's hard to see with those covers. See if we can pop them out. There's less glare, so they go together to make a single picture as well. So I like it when they do that. It's yeah. So there we go. More Captain America Civil War. Now, on that Sunday evening, I had, after this trip, I had £11 and I think it's 40p worth of vouchers left. And I was just looking through to see what was in my local CEX in Stockton, to see if there's anything there that I wanted. Maybe I could spend that last voucher on, and I found something that was in my wish list, and it was bloody expensive. And when I looked on online, I couldn't find a copy anywhere other than obviously on eBay. I think there was one on I was about to say Facebook, on Amazon Marketplace, and then CEX. I think CEX only had 4 or 5 of them in stock, and my local store was one of them. So I had to grab something off the shelf just to make up the I didn't have to, but I grabbed my Man With No Name trilogy, which only a few weeks ago, well, maybe not a few weeks ago, a few months ago, that was a £6 Blu-ray in CEX, and all of a sudden it had gone up to £12 trading. It's now selling there for £20 for some reason. Why it's gone up so much in price, I don't know. But I thought, right, I'll trade that in so I can get this. I've been wanting this since it came out. It's Jay and Silent Bob's Reboot. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be the HMV exclusive limited edition version, but it wasn't. It was just the standard Blu-ray. But I'm happy for now. I may at some point come across that HMV one in the future. Who knows? But yeah, it was 20 quid. Wow. All the way through lockdown. Because like I said, I had this in my wish list on CX. It was around the £15 mark. I think £12 was the cheapest I ever saw this advertised in CX. But for it to go up to 20 quid. But I guess supply and demand, you know, I'm just happy that I've got it. And it was all vouchers, I suppose. I mean, that, like I say, that Clint Eastwood Spaghetti Westerns box set, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and the Fistful of Dollars, $2 More set, and he paid £6 for, and I think I got that with a voucher at the time. So I've more than doubled my money kind of trading that in. And I'm sure at some point, assuming it hasn't been deleted, then I'll be able to pick that up again. So yeah, chuffed about that one. Also on that Monday, that Monday morning when I went to town to buy that, I had a quick look around the charity shops. The only thing I found was a videotape in Age UK. I've never heard of this. I don't know anything about it, and it looks like it's obviously martial arts. 7-star Grand Mantis. There's a short synopsis on the back there with a few pictures. I haven't put this in the machine yet, but yeah, I'm always happy to find obscure videotapes, so that was good. Then I got these in British Heart Foundation on Wednesday morning after I'd driven over to Billingham to get those a job lot of Blu-rays. I thought I'd have a quick look around Billingham. Only one of the 4 charity shops there was open. There's nothing in Poundland. There's only one of the 4 charity shops open. British Heart Foundation. I found these. One of these I wasn't sure whether I owned or not. I had one series, and I was pretty sure it was the first one. So I grabbed Drop the Dead Donkey, the complete 2nd series, and the complete 3rd series. Now, like I say, I knew I had a series, and I knew it was a red cover. And I'd left my phone in the car, and I'd already queued to get into the charity shop. So I thought, I'm not going to go back to the car just to find my phone to check on the app, see whether I've got this for 99p. I'll take the risk. As it turned out, Series 1 is the one that I have, and for whatever reason, they've given both Series 1 and Series 3 a red cover and Series 2 blue cover. Why they didn't do them all the same colour, all different colours, not sure, but that's fine. So I think this is the entire series now, 1, 2 and 3. Although my Series 1 has a slipcover and these two don't, but you know what, they were 99p each. I used to love this show back in the late 80s and early 90s. And I've watched a few episodes of that Series 1. Actually, I think I bought that Series 1 set in the same store. the same charity shop last year, oddly. Yeah, but 99p each. Alright, where are we now? That was Wednesday. This lot goes... Did I go out on Friday? Well, Friday was yesterday, isn't it? Ooh, duh. Yes, so this lot all I bought on Friday. So I was in... I've got these more or less in reverse order actually, but not to worry. These came from Cash Converters. Yeah, Cash Converters. They had a buy one get one free. So I paid a total of £1.75 for these four. So firstly, Catch 44. Forrest Whitaker, Bruce Willis. I think it's covered over there with an old CX sleeve. I think that's Male and Ackerman. Actually, let's have a look. See if we can get this damn thing off. Yeah, it's looking good. There we go. So yeah, that was $1.25. But so was that. So that was pretty much free. Cats and Dogs. The Revenge of Kitty Galore in 3D. I've got a 2-pack of Cats and Dogs and Cats and Dogs 2 on Blu-ray, but I didn't have the 3D. It's also got a slip cover. A little bit nervous about taking this off because it's one of those ones that's got the glossy film over the top, and quite often if the stickers are too sticky it just takes that gloss layer off. But yeah, buy one get one free, and then also on the buy one get one free, these were 50p each. And as I bought in that Facebook job lot, another Batman Begins to send to Peter for his drawers, because I kind of pinched those last two that I got to go in the box set. Had to get another Dark Knight Rises to go with it. Sorry, the Dark Knight to go with it for 50p, and as a free one, the only other one I could find, High School Musical 3. I don't own any of the others. I'm not adverse to watching a musical. Some of the older ones, especially those old things like The Sound of Music, Rodgers and Hammerstein, that's the name I was trying to think of, Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, I don't necessarily love those, but other musicals, you know, I'm quite happy. I've never seen any of these, but people tend to like them. So yeah, I thought, why not? Which means I've got to find the other two now, assuming there's only three. It seems though, when you look at I come across the DVDs a lot in charity shops, and there seems to be quite a few different versions of each of these movies, as encore editions and extended editions and whatnot. I don't know if there's many different cuts of these movies, or if even this includes, I mean, it says extended edition. Quite often when you get the extended edition, it also includes the theatrical cut on the disc as well. I don't know whether this does. It's a DVD and a Blu-ray. Anyway, 50p for the two. Why not? Then One Below, which is kind of a pound shop type place, but everything is £1 or less. They only had 3 or 4 Blu-rays in, and this was the only one that I didn't already own and never heard of. Blood Creek, it's £1. Yeah, don't know an awful lot about this movie. And then from Poundland, I found another IMAX, although not a 3D IMAX this time. Volcanoes of the Deep Sea. This one was £2. I think this is a replay. It doesn't actually say, but that sticker isn't over the seal. It's inside, so it's been re-stickered and then sealed. So I imagine that is probably, it even says right there, I'm blind. Yeah, it's a replay, so it's second hand. Then these last three again came from CEX. So 3 weeks ago tomorrow, I ordered a few Blu-rays from the Arrow 2 for £15 off Zavvi. 2 of them I ended up cancelling, but the other 2 finally arrived yesterday, almost 3 weeks after ordering them. Luckily, the trade-in value on CX hadn't gone down in that time, so I traded in those 2. It was the Exorcist 3. I traded them in for £36 in vouchers, so £18 each, which is a very good deal. So what cost me 15 quid got me 36 quid back. So I started with those vouchers yesterday. I didn't go into CX today, so I've still got a whole bunch left to spend, and I've also got some more stuff to trade in amongst this lot as well. But what I bought in CX yesterday, first, the only DVD that I got, this is The Borrowers, the 1990s BBC series. It was 50p. I already own this on VHS, but yeah, I thought I'd get it on DVD. It's quite a slim case. In fact, it's a very similar design to the Box of Delights set that I got on DVD a while ago. It's just a single digipack in a sleeve. Yeah, for 50p. Happy to get that. Some South Park. Series 12. Complete Series 12 for £2, which is a bargain. I looked after I got this to see what other series were available on Blu-ray. According to CEX, or at least on their database, they've only got 3 series listed. Is it 11, 12 and 13, or 12, 13 and 14? It's 3 consecutive, including 12. So I think it's either 11, 12 and 13 or 12, 13 and 14. But they're the only ones that have listed on Blu-ray. Whether there's any more on Blu-ray, at least in the UK, if anyone's got any information, yeah, let me know. But yeah, I love these. I've been a big fan of South Park since the very early days. I had the first 2 or 3 series VHS box sets back in the day. There was 3 tapes per box set, and each box set was half a series, so they didn't have to take up some shelf space for the contents that they had. Really wasn't that much per tape. But yeah, this is I believe a 3-disc set, and it's another one of these ones where if the artwork is upright, the artwork doesn't quite reach, but it's the same artwork, but it doesn't quite match when you put the disc in. The picture is slightly bigger on the back, so you've got a bit of a mismatch. But other than that, it's got a small synopsis of each of the episodes there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking out for at least the other 2 series on Blu-ray, and hopefully we'll get some more. And then finally from CEX, another Shameless release that I didn't own. This is Delamore, The Cemetery Man. £12. This isn't unfortunately the numbered limited edition, but that's okay. As usual with a lot of these, we've got reversible art if we can get it out. I think that's actually the original cover, and that being the reversible cover. So yeah, this was, I didn't mention, this is spine number 12. So I've got the first 10. I think there's 15 up to now, at least numbered editions from Shameless on the Blu-ray side at least. So I'm missing 11 and then 13, 14 and 15. So yeah, I'm happy to grab another one of them. Now there's still another pile here for me to go through, but this video is already 25 minutes, so I'm going to do what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, and we're going to cut it here. At least I'm doing it knowingly this time, whereas last time I did it in the edit because I didn't realise at the time how long I'd gone. I think because the last couple of times I'd stopped and started a couple of times, so I didn't know how much footage I had, but this time I do. Second part is probably going to be a bit short because there's not as many pickups to show, so we'll finish here, and you can pick this up in part 2, which should be available right now. In fact, there'll be a card right there for you to click on. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you shortly. Ta-ra.